Most people think waking up early without feeling tired is about sleep duration. It isn't. It's about timing, prediction, and permission. Your brain doesn't just ask, "Did I sleep enough?" It asks something more precise. Is it safe to switch on right now? And that decision is controlled by three systems most people never think about: circadian rhythm, sleep pressure, cognitive load. If even one of these is off, you wake up tired even after 8 hours. Let's go deeper, because this is where it stops being advice and starts becoming control. 1. Your brain runs on scheduled chemistry, not motivation. Every morning, your body is supposed to release a cortisol spike, not stress. Activation, energy, focus. But here's the part almost nobody understands. That spike is scheduled, not triggered by your alarm. So when you wake up at different times every day, your brain never locks the schedule. And without a schedule, there is no signal. So instead of waking up, you drift up. Slow, foggy, heavy. Not because you're tired, because your brain wasn't ready. Advanced shift. Wake up at the same time every day, even if the night wasn't perfect. Because you're not fixing today's energy, you're programming tomorrow's activation. 2. Light is your real alarm clock. Your alarm doesn't wake your brain up. Light does. Specifically, the transition from darkness to brightness. That's the signal your brain trusts. Not sound, not intention, not willpower. Light. So when you wake up and stay in a dim room or immediately look at your phone, your brain stays in night mode. Melatonin doesn't shut off, cortisol doesn't rise, and you stay stuck in between. Not asleep, not fully awake. That's the worst state. Advanced shift. Within the first 5 minutes of waking, expose your eyes to bright light. Real light if possible. No sunglasses, no dim corners, no delay. Because this is not a habit. It's a switch. And if you flip it consistently, your brain starts waking you up before the alarm. 3. You're not tired, you're interrupted. This is where people get it wrong. They think they're exhausted, but most of the time, they're just waking up at the wrong moment. Sleep isn't a flat state, it's a cycle. And if your alarm cuts through deep sleep, your brain doesn't wake up clean. It crashes out of it. That's why you feel slow, disoriented, heavy. Same hours. Different timing, completely different experience. Advanced shift. Stop chasing 8 hours. Start aligning with cycles. 6 hours, 7.5 hours, 9 hours. Pick one. Commit to it. Now you're waking up with your brain instead of dragging it out of sleep. 4. Your night is deciding your morning resistance. Most people try to fix mornings directly. That's why they fail. Because mornings are not the problem. They're the result. Morning resistance is created the night before. In 3 ways: scattered attention, endless input, unfinished thoughts. This creates open loops, and your brain hates open loops because open loops mean uncertainty, and uncertainty means threat. So your brain delays waking up to avoid facing it. Advanced shift. Build a shutdown sequence, not a routine, a sequence. Same steps, same order, every night. Get everything out of your head. Decide what matters tomorrow. Prepare your environment. Now your brain stops predicting chaos and starts allowing activation. 5. Your identity is overriding your alarm. You can optimize everything: sleep, light, timing. But if your brain still believes, "I'm not a morning person," none of it sticks. Because your brain protects identity more than outcomes. So even when everything is aligned, you'll still hesitate, still snooze, still delay, not consciously, automatically. Because it doesn't match who you believe you are. Advanced shift. Stop trying to wake up early. Start collecting proof that you already do. One morning, then another, then again. Same time. No negotiation, because identity isn't built by thinking. It's built by repeated evidence. 6. The real goal is not waking up early. It's waking up clear. There's a difference. Early and tired feels like punishment. Early and clear feels like control. Clarity comes from alignment. Same wake time, immediate light exposure, closed mental loops, predictable mornings. Stack these, and something changes. Your brain stops resisting because there's nothing left to protect you from. And here's the final shift, the one that actually makes this work. You don't force your brain to wake up early. You remove the reasons it delays waking up. No hacks, no motivation, no discipline games, just alignment. And once your brain feels that waking up early stops being hard, it becomes automatic. Stop forcing mornings. Start aligning your brain. Which shift will you try first? Drop a comment.